Hi friends, welcome to Botany, the language of plants, and today's topic, various type of meristematic tissue. In my previous video, I discussed types of meristematic tissue according to their position, and in this video, I will discuss others different types of meristematic tissue. So you know, meristematic tissue are various types according to their origin, according to their function, according to their position or location, and according to their division site or plane of division. Now, according to origin, meristematic tissue divided into three types: promeristem or promeristematic tissue, primary meristem or primary meristematic tissue, and secondary meristem or secondary meristematic tissue. According to their function, meristematic tissue divided into three types: protoderm, procambium, and ground meristem or ground meristematic tissue. And we know that according to position, meristematic tissue divided into three types. We have already discussed about it. Those are apical meristem or apical meristematic tissue, and another is intercalary meristematic tissue. Now, according to their division side or plane of division, meristematic tissue divided into three types. These are mass meristem, rib meristem, and plate meristem. So, on the basis of origin, promeristem, primary meristem, and secondary meristem. On the basis of function, protoderm, procambium, and ground meristem. On the basis of position, apical meristem, lateral meristem, and intercalary meristem. And according to their plane of division, mass meristem, rib meristem, and plate meristem. In my previous video, I discussed about meristematic tissue according to their position, and in this video I will discuss all types of meristematic tissue. So based on origin, meristematic tissue divided into three types: promeristem, primary meristem, and secondary meristem. The earliest and youngest meristematic tissue is promeristem or promeristematic tissue. Promeristem present at the central region of meristematic tissue. It contains initial cells. So, meristem or promeristematic tissue present at the growing point of shoot tip or root tip, and its function to produce primary meristem. So, promeristem gradually transfer into primary meristem. So, this is apical bud portion. It is a growing point of a plant and contain promeristematic tissue, okay, or promeristem zone. Now, promeristematic tissue transfer into primary meristem, which present beneath the promeristematic zone. So, in this position, primary meristem or primary meristematic tissue present. So in this zone, primary meristematic tissue present. And we know this portion very weak, okay, because secondary vascular bundle not present in this portion, and the primary meristematic tissue later transfer into secondary meristem or secondary meristematic tissue, and secondary meristematic zone present on this side beneath to primary meristematic zone. So promeristem contain initial cells. Here we cannot differentiate cells, and primary meristem contain initial cells, and primary meristem contain different type of cell. On epidermis region, parenchymatous cells are present. Next to epidermis, cortex region, where cells may be parenchymatous or collenchymatous type. Next to cortex zone, primary vascular bundle present, and we know primary vascular bundle contain vascular cambium, phloem and xylem. Here two type cambium present. Cambium between phloem and xylem called vascular cambium, and cambium between two vascular bundle called interfascicular cambium, and next to vascular bundle, pith present. So this is primary meristem. Now secondary meristem. Secondary meristem zone mature than the primary meristematic zone, and secondary meristematic zone contain periderm, the outermost layer. I discussed about periderm in my previous video. Next to periderm, cortex region present. So it is periderm. Next to periderm, cortex present. Next to cortex, vascular bundle present. In some case, pericycle, endodermis also present, but in this case I just discussed about the basic structure of secondary meristem. So after cortex, primary phloem present. Next to primary phloem, secondary phloem present. Inner side of the secondary phloem, cambium ring present. Then secondary xylem and primary xylem present, and finally innermost side, pith present. So this is structure of secondary meristematic zone. Secondary meristematic zone harder than primary meristematic zone because of secondary xylem. So this is type of meristematic tissue on the basis of origin. Now next type, meristematic tissue on the basis of function. According to function, meristematic tissue divided into three types. These are protoderm, procambium and ground meristem. This is a shoot portion of a plant. Protoderm, thin outer layer meristem, which later transform into epidermis. So potoderm produce outer layer like epidermis. Now pocambium present inner side to protoderm within ground meristem zone produce a ring-like structure. We know from pocambium primary vascular bundle, that is primary phloem, primary xylem and cambium developed. Except protoderm and procambium, all region called ground meristem. And from ground meristem, cortex and pith region developed. So from potoderm, epidermis produced, from procambium, primary phloem, secondary phloem and cambium produced, means primary vascular bundle produced, and from ground meristem, pith and cortex zone produced. So this is types of meristematic tissue according to their function. Now different type meristematic tissue on the basis of division type or in which plane cells are divided. In this case, meristematic tissue divide into three types. These are rib meristem, mass meristem and plate meristem. In case of rib meristem, cells divide in one plane. So cells divide either this side or this side, maybe this side or maybe this side. In one plane cells divide. So due to this type cell division, a cylindrical or column-like structure produce. Cortex region, pith region produced due to rib meristem. Here cell division occur in one plane and right angle to the longitudinal axis. So this is rib meristem. Now mass meristem. When cell divide in three-dimensionally or in all sides, then this type meristem called mass meristem. Example, endosperm or embryo, etc. So in this case, cells divide in all direction and produce a mass of cells. Sorry, not like that. So this type endosperm or embryo present. It consists of numerous cells which divide in all directions. But in case of rib meristem, cells divide in one plane. Now plate meristem. In case of plate meristem, cells divide in two dimensions and produce a flat-like structure. So cells produce a thin flat-like structure. In leaf, plate meristem present or plate meristematic tissue present. So in case of plate meristematic tissue, cells divide at first this side and then it divide this type. So it's produce a thin and flat like structure. So in case of rib meristem, cell divide in one direction. In case of mass meristem, cell divide in three direction. And in case of plate meristem, cell divide in two direction. So rib meristematic tissue increase the length of a plant. Okay, mass meristematic tissue increase length, breadth and thickness of a plant, and plate meristematic tissue increase length and breadth of a plant. So this is all types of meristematic tissue. If you like this video, then press like button, subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon to get notification, and thank you for watching this video.